Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Fisher and I am one of the creators of A Kiss at Midnight Reviews, and we thought that we would do a couple video segments to tell you a bit about ourselves.
Hi, I'm Kelsey McKnight, and I'm the other half of A Kiss at Midnight Reviews. I'm very excited to answer some of the questions you guys have asked us, both personally, in our comment sections on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that fun stuff, and really let you guys get to know why it is that we do what we do and what we've learned in this short but very interesting process.
A question that I get asked a lot is, why did I get into blogging? I think the safest answer to that is I just wanted to get to know the literary world, get to know what makes a good writer, what makes a good book, and what the difference is between kind of indie books and bestsellers, and if there really is a difference. And I have to say I learned a lot.
So Sarah's the one that actually got me into blogging. She had said that she thought it might be beneficial for both of us for a number of reasons. And at first we were going to start our own blogs individually. And we thought, why not join forces and reach a wider audience, take in more genres, and really expand both of our interests. And it's worked out really well to have two people. I mean, sharing the load and, being able to take on the amount of books and the amount of products that we have has really come from, good old-fashioned teamwork. So Sarah is going to introduce you to one of her cats in a minute, so I came upstairs to find my little writing buddy. Her name is Bella, and she's a Shih Tzu. And, she keeps me company in my long nights of writing and reading in bed. And, she's just my little friend, and I just think that she is adorable, a little weird. At least my husband thinks she's kind of strange. But on to the question, my writing style has definitely improved because I've learned what reads well, what doesn't read well, and generally the importance of a really, really good editor. Thank God for Sarah sometimes because I make a lot of mistakes.
Blogging has really changed my writing style because I've been able to read a plethora of different books, and I've been able to look at different writing styles, and I've been able to see what works and what doesn't work and what annoys me. And I've also been able to look at other reviews and talk to other readers and see what works for them and what doesn't. And as a result, I can take that and put it into my own writing. And I think it's actually made me a stronger writer. I would like to introduce you all to Trinity. This is my book buddy. She sits with me while I read and type. And this is actually my husband's cat, but she is a total cuddlebug, bookworm, romance lover. And she will actually watch Outlander with me. She lays on the bed and stares at the TV, so I think she's quite into it. If you didn't say her name, this is Trinity. And we love her to death. One of my favorite things about blogging is that I've been able to discover new writers that I would have never heard of otherwise. Some of my favorites have been Genevieve Lynn with Secondhand Sinners. I actually like this book so much I told the author I was going to buy a paperback version, and she sent me one, and it came on my birthday, so that just makes it even better. My other favorite books include Once Upon a Scandal by Julie Lemens and Confessions of a Wedding Planner by Michelle Jo Quinn.
This is really hard for me. I don't think I can pick just one. Really, any book that I give 6 out of 6 on is a book that I've read and loved and highly recommend to everybody. I guess it's easier to just do the top authors, maybe, that I've found. Jennifer Loring is ridiculously talented. Kay Webster, Grace Rosada is hysterical. Penelope Marshall has these crazy twists. I actually read a book last night by a woman named J.D. Hollyfield, which you'll see in the next couple of days, that was so funny. I just stayed up all night and read the whole thing through. But really anything I give a 6 out of 6 is something that, you should really consider downloading.
Managing the book blog and everything else in my life has been very overwhelming. Kelsey and I are both writers, so we are trying to finish up the books in our series, creating new books, and then now we have to read and review other ones. I actually have a full-time job, so I work as a background investigator for a small contracting company, and so I have to manage that house and two very demanding cats. So a lot of times we just make a lot of arrangements. So my husband likes to play video games and likes to watch some TV shows that I'm not really into because I don't like watching things that are blatantly violent. And so he'll watch a couple episodes of something and I'll write or I'll read when he's playing video games, something like that. It's just a lot of compromising. Obviously, I don't read or do anything at work during the day, so Kelsey takes care of a lot of the during the day things, and then I come home and help out.
Really, without having a second person to do this with, I don't think I would be able to do all this by myself. Reading a book every single day is harder than it sounds, and it's a lot easier when you have somebody to share it with.
Especially when we got started, we had a lot of people asking us if we actually finished all the books that we reviewed because we do go through a lot of books very quickly. And the truth is that we do. If at any point in time we can't finish a book, we don't review it. We'll contact the writer and just explain to them that the book is just not for us. You know, writing and reading, they're very subjective, and not everyone's going to love your book. Even Harry Potter has negative reviews. So if we write a review, we finish the book, definitely.
Yes, I do finish every book that I review. I don't feel that I would be able to adequately rate it without knowing how it is front to back.
We actually got into product reviews because one of the authors that we've written a couple of reviews for talked to some of her friends and they were interested in contacting us about getting their name out there in a different way. And I think it's a great idea. There's no such thing as bad publicity, and our site reaches a lot of readers. So why not try and get those readers into different things? Like we just did a review on this woman who does fantastic wedding pictures that she draws and cake pictures, and that's perfect for a baker or anyone getting married. And the likelihood that someone who's reading a romance novel is getting married, pretty high. It's also pretty high that they know somebody who might be getting married. You know, who doesn't love leggings? That's what probably 90% of us read in. So why not talk about a popular legging brand and say what our thoughts are? So we just look at it as an easy extension of our review program.
So when I'm not writing or blogging, I'm actually pretty busy. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm also a freelance blurb writer for a publishing house, and I'm also on the board of two different nonprofit organizations.
If I'm not reading or blogging or writing, in the little spare time that I have, I like to spend time with my husband. We love going to the movies and to amusement parks, and I also go visit my friends up in Jersey a lot. That's where Kelsey lives, and that's where I went to college and where my husband's family all lives. So we like to go up there roughly once every 6 weeks to see everybody. So we do a lot of driving. Ironically enough, I can't read in the car because I get car sick. A mistake that I think we made early on is that we took on too many books at once, and I think we felt rushed and we didn't really get to enjoy the books, or at least I felt that I didn't really get to enjoy the books because it was all about quantity and getting this done, and we promised this author this date and everything like that. So we've started pushing back the dates that we can guarantee the book will be read by. So instead of saying, oh, I'll have it done by the end of the week, we'll say we'll have it done in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and that gives us a little bit more time so we can spend time with our families and we can read those last minute releases that come out and when someone just doesn't have the time to give us a deadline. And I think that's really helped a lot. Also, in the beginning, it was just me. I ran the book blog for about maybe a week and a half without Kelsey, and that was a huge mistake. I definitely needed her help. She actually set up the site for me when I was the only one running it because I am computer illiterate and I desperately needed somebody's help. So that was a huge mistake on my part, and I'm so glad that she was able to come and do this with me.
I think a mistake that I made, and probably Sarah made as well, was taking on every single book that we were given. Even if it's something that we didn't particularly enjoy or something that was well written, Regardless, we would just take it and review it anyway because we didn't really know what we were doing. But now we have more of a selection process. As you might see on our website, we ask them for a short selection from their book, and we make sure that if it is self-published, that the writing style and the editing is something that is marketable in the mainstream audience. Sarah has a much better filter, so I'm going to let her take this one.
So we get asked a lot about our sorority days because Kelsey and I are in a sorority. We are family in that sorority. And obviously, crazy things happen to sorority girls, and we're all supposed to have these crazy stories. And we do, not going to lie. But we're definitely not going to tell you some of them. I will say we did get lost on the way to a frat party once. And it was there was a theme, obviously there's a theme. It was anything but clothes. So, people are wearing towels and signs and blankets and scarves and all sorts of things that you can kind of manage to cover all your goodies. And we did not end up getting to the frat party. It involved a tow truck and a very amused cop, but we did manage to get home that night and no one got arrested. So I would say that is a plus. There are some books that we won't review. I do not like science fiction. I really don't like aliens, and I really won't read any of those books because I don't think that's fair to the author. If I'm not going to like it, then 9 times out of 10, I'm probably going to give it a lower review because I don't like the content. So that's definitely something I won't review. I also really don't like the God's eye point of view. I like it to be first person or third person. So if it's God's eye or the second person, I don't like the yous all the time. I really don't want to review it. We also, because we review erotica and books of that nature, we do not like to review books where the main character is under the age of 16. We just don't think it's in good taste to put a 13-year-old struggles up next to a 25-year-old woman who likes whips and chains. But, that's just us.
So I don't really turn books down based on their genre. The only thing that I've become wary about is self-published authors that don't go and see a professional editor. We've actually had some books from authors from other countries as well come to us, and because they haven't seen a English-speaking editor, I'm not really sure what their process is, but their books end up very disjointed, the grammar is wrong, the phrasing is wrong, and we've had to turn down books that maybe would be good with the right amount of editing, but they just aren't polished enough yet.
Outlander Saturday. Why did we decide to do that? It really just stems from the fact that we both absolutely love Outlander. Kelsey is one of the people who did make me read it early on. I didn't even really know about it. Her and my friend Amy both forced the books on me, and when I finally picked it up and read them, I was absolutely in love. And I think I binge watched the show in a matter of like a week, something super embarrassing. And we just wanted to talk about it one day. We figured there were a lot of people out there who liked the show, and we had a lot to say about it. We wanted to talk to more than just the two of us. Kelsey and I talk roughly every day, so there is definitely a lot of overlap, and we have different opinions on things, so we like hearing other people's opinions on our favorite show. I'm sure we'll branch out and do other shows as they come up. I did do a Vampire Diaries convention post because I absolutely love Vampire Diaries. So I think it just depends on what we're in the mood for at that particular day, but Outlander Saturdays is one of our favorite posts, and we usually plan that out a week in advance so that we can have the most amazing posts that we can. And obviously we're still learning and we're still going through the process, but it's been a lot of fun, and we like being able to meet all of these new Outlander fans who we might not have been able to meet otherwise.
Okay, so I think that Outlander Saturdays right now is probably something that I really look forward to each week as we go through our calendar and our schedules. And we always have a lot of fun deciding each Saturday what we're going to post. I mean, sometimes we get a little serious where we talk about, for example, things that we're looking forward to in season 3, and sometimes we, get a little silly with things. And, it's really great to talk about something that we're both so passionate about with people from all over the world. I'm always surprised when I see at the end of the day the map of where readers come from globally. And it's so funny to think that, people in Germany and Ireland and China and all these other places are reading our blog, and they're as excited about Outlander as we are, and it's really fulfilling for both of us. I mean, I know when I finished, the last book, I felt so, I don't know, distraught almost that it was over for a time being, that I ended up writing my own historical series. And I know Sarah feels very similar. She's making her way through the books right now, and it's an unending process. You can read and watch, and there's always going to be new things that you see or things that you missed. And, talking to other Outlander lovers is something that, it's good, innocent, sometimes clean fun that, we both really enjoy and look forward to every week. So there are two things that I'm really excited to share with you guys in the next couple of months. The first thing is our final published books that, we've probably told you before, that we both have books coming out this spring. It's our first published novels. And the second thing that we're excited about is a number of Outlander-themed product reviews and giveaways that we have. There are a lot of Etsy shops that make a lot of really adorable, handmade jewelry or art that they've been kind enough to share with us, and we want to share with you guys.
In the future, we do have a couple fun posts coming up. This weekend, we're going to be talking about Murtagh from Outlander. He is a huge part of the book, and we unfortunately left him out of our Outlander Sexy Men Soulmate quiz, and that was a mistake. So we're going to make it up to him by giving him a day that's just devoted to him. Kelsey can tell you more about that because she wrote it. We're also going to be giving away some pretty cool things for Christmas, so make sure you check those out. And we're going to be doing a giant Outlander gift guide. This way we can help all of our Outlander fans find the perfect gifts, or maybe their significant others or family members find the perfect gifts for them. And we have a lot of good books coming up. I've read a couple, and I'm very excited for them. So you're going to have to check those out. With the new Christmas stories coming out, we have a couple in our inbox that we're very excited to read. So you're going to have to come close and check those out.